Okay, another scrap pickup. See, electric furnace. Tin and AC insert. Good. Alright, back home. I took some of this stuff out of the truck. And this thing is not a, it's not an electric furnace that I thought it was. It's something else. It's like a heat pump type thing. This is a big piece of cast here. Let's see. Grab magnet. Yeah. Cast iron, so it's just all metal down there. I'm not gonna really take it apart. It's really heavy though. I've never seen Lennox furnaces put out a bunch of these weird things like heat pumps, and I took this panel off. I thought there might be some copper in there, but there's nothing really. It was just this thing. It's like a little heat trap of some sort. Anyways, take a couple parts out of there. Then I also got the air conditioner unit. Yeah, that always looks nice. That delicious red metal. And the rest is just steel. Well, these things here are from they're air filters. This is dirty aluminum. And this thing has some wires and transformer motors in it. Same with, that's heavy. That has transformers and stuff. I'll take those two things apart. But that furnace over there, that's a really nice furnace. I'm excited about that one. And then just parts of furnaces and sheet metal back there that I'm going to throw in with my scrap. I saw this one in my last video, and this is just cast iron and cast aluminum on top. So I'm not going to take that apart. And then I just unscrewed the copper and the brass pieces off. So yeah, I got all this stuff from yesterday over the weekend that I was taking apart. I went through all my stuff that I had in my yard, and I took apart two furnaces and what was it? This range, and I think there were 3 dryers that I took apart. So I'm going to try and bring all this stuff into the scrapyard today because we have a snowstorm moving in. It's supposed to dump a lot of snow on us. So I want to get this stuff out of the driveway before it gets all snowed in. So I'm going to take that in, and I was busy over the weekend too, stripping wire. My eBay sales have been really, really weak this past week. So when that happens, I get thirsty and I get hungry. So I came outside and I just started stripping wire. This is really heavy bucket now. And this stuff here too, this is heavy. This is pretty thick gauge copper wire. Don't think you'll be able to give me bright copper for it, bright copper price for it. But I'll definitely get number 1 copper price for that. You should be able to give me bare bright copper price for that one, which is 10 cents more than number 1 copper. There's some number 1 copper and number 2 copper, so I'll bring that in. And then got the rads from my last video that I still have to bring in. I'll bring in that aluminum and some of the motors down there. So still have a busy day. It's 12 o'clock now. I had my wake up juice. I had nice egg breakfast, egg lunch, thanks to my chickens, and got to get moving here. I have to come back after the scrapyard and do all my packages, make sure the packages get to post office before their mail truck comes, which is at 5 o'clock. So I got a lot of time, but I got to get moving. And I'll show you guys how much I make at the scrapyard today. About halfway done, but I took some time to do a sweep of my driveway with this thing. I got this thing on sale, but it didn't work very well, so what I did is I took a bunch of these magnets, stuck it on the bottom, this magnet sweep, and that works a lot better. I get these, you can get these from the magnetrons inside of microwaves. They're relatively easy to get out. So yeah, despite my best efforts to stay clean, I still found a few of these tire poppers. There's one there, there's one here. Well, not that one, I guess, but yeah, that one will definitely give you a flat tire. So it's always worthwhile to, I'm always trying to think of time management, best way to save time. Oh, look, I see one right there. Best way to save time, and this is definitely one of the things you can do, because it'll pay off investing and taking all the screws off your driveway. I guess that one's stainless steel. All right, it's getting late in the day, and I have to make sure these things get shipped out before the end of the day. So I haven't even started packaging all my stuff that sold from the weekend. So I have to make sure it gets out. I want to show you guys quickly what I got, what sold over the weekend. First off, just a little magnet here from a treadmill. This is the safety key switch that you clip onto your shirt in case you fall off. It shuts off the treadmill. Pretty standard thing. You can just use any regular magnet, attach it to a string. In my opinion, but a lot of people want to make sure they have the proper things for their treadmills, other equipment. So, anyways, that sold for $25. It's going to Quebec, Canada. Next, some TV stands for Toshiba flat screen TV. I always like to sell the stands that I get from TVs if I get it with a stand. So that sold for $25, going to Colorado. Next is this inducer motor. It's a lower end. It's an older one, but it still works fine. That sold for $45. That is going to Calgary, Alberta. Oh yes, so this is some wire that I've sold. I've got a whole big coil of this stuff from an auction. I purchased it for the whole coil was very little. There's some of a high-tech company that went under. It's pretty sad, but I got a lot of stuff from that auction. So what I did is I measured out 100 feet from this coil and I cut it. I ended up getting about 7 or 8 of these 100-foot coils, and so I made a listing with a quantity of 7, and I've been selling them nice and steady. Sold this one again. It's going to Florida. Sold that for $50. And so, by the way, when I say 25, I mean 25 plus shipping. They pay the shipping as well, but 25 is what I make. Right. Oh, this is funny. This is a toilet seat, wooden toilet seat. I bought that at a, where did I get that? It's just I guess it was a thrift shop. I bought that from it, and it was like $5 or so. Look them up because, these wood toilet seats, if you ever find them on the road, and it has like the nice brass hinges and stuff, and it's in good condition. It's nice and clean. It doesn't have any use on it. So yeah, I sold that for $40, and it's going to this place. Let's see here. It's going to Quebec, but it's on the northern coast of Quebec, Inuit community called. Well, I don't even really want to try and pronounce it. Inukjuk, something like that. Anyways, it's really far up there. Sorry, computer's all slow. You get the idea. This is where there's Hudson Bay. Way up there. Setting this wooden toilet seat way up there. I'm just surprised they have internet up there, to be honest. I mean, it's just amazing that there's very few places that have that don't have internet anymore. I sold a propane torch to a community up here on Baffin Island one time. Arctic Bay. Anyways, enough of that. Alright. Next. No, it's just a computer power supply, $25, going to Toronto. Oh, lastly, this thing sold this morning. It sold overnight. It's this is a Marantz record player turntable motor, and you got the circuit board with it, and transformer, and the power cord. So it's a whole kit. Sold that for $50. It's going on the other side of the globe, all the way to Genova, Italy, and they paid $100 express post international shipping. So they really want it. Cool. So I got to get to work. Hopefully I still have time to go to the scrapyard today. Alright, just finished loading up my non-ferrous. The guy told me I made about $160 on that. But we'll see what the final thing is. Come across all kinds of neat stuff out of the scrapyard though. I like this. Look at the size of these tires. Just massive. Old farm thing. That did a lot of work back in its day. Just a piece of scrap now. Sure, you could sell it though for better than the scrap value, something like that. Some guy would want it. Anyways, I got my own job to do. Unload all this. I didn't leave myself very much room back here. Oh well. There we have it. All the hard work paid off. Tens and lots of tens, lots of 20s. We got $240 for all that. So those 2 buckets of copper that I had, they did give me a Bear Bright price for it. Bear Bright price of $2.65, 44 pounds. It was $116 for those 2 buckets. That was awesome. That was just a couple hours of strip and wire that I did. Then we had some aluminum, copper aluminum rads. I was saying in my last video it was probably about 30 pounds. It was 24 pounds, $1.15, and I got $27 for those 2. I had some copper 2 and some other copper 1, aluminum irony, electric motor, and the shred. 1,160 pounds of shred for $68. It looks like I can't remember if that was the same price they gave me before or if it went up or not, but they gave me $130 per metric ton. So there we have it, $240. That makes me feel better about my slow eBay week. And this will give me a nice little float for some groceries and stuff. And so I'm just going to go inside and take it easy. And do a little bit of eBay work and stuff. And play with the kids. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Great day.